Hello everyone and welcome to another News Coolum video. I'm testing out my little News Coolum site review checklist that I put on Google Form because I'm not going to remember it, but I'm here at Toyota, one of their first Toyota Impact sites, and I guess this is also Cal EVIP, some funding from there. But yeah, this is the one in Sacramento at the Arden Fair Mall. There is a Burger King there. I guess I should have taken that into account. So that's a nice quick stop if you needed to. Cheesecake Factory for all of those city nerd fans over there. Oh, and a FedEx office. I should have just come here. All right, well, anyway, so I just wanted to walk through this site, do a quick site review. I haven't done one of these in a while. And then, like I said, I have my own little form here that I'm filling out while I'm here, so I can do a review of that, and then I'll have a tracker, and I'll be able to do the final site score. So this is Benson. So I also, a lot of times I think people say that I should check every single unit when I get here, make sure they're all working and they're all functioning. Hans! But these two were actually both in use. Two Toyota, yes. Two Ford Mustang Mach-E's were here when I got here using these two chargers, so I know that those were working. And I was initially going to use this one, but this one is the ADA compliant. They say try to leave this one for van accessible first, and then you can come in. But this is also an interesting layout in terms of, I don't think I've seen them do this before, where they put the actual cabinets near their units. So we see they actually have the 4 cabinets spread out, and so their footprint is here with the units that they're supporting. A lot of times what I see is I see these units all put together, all of the cabinets together, and then they run conduit. So this is actually probably, it's maybe less space efficient, but I'd like to see the numbers on this, because this might actually be cheaper to do it this way with because you're running shorter conduits here. So you take the AC supply, and I'm guessing all the switch gear over there, and so with AC, I think you're going to be running smaller cables with 3-phase, and then you can get them to the cabinets where the DC run to the charger is actually much, much shorter. So this might actually save a decent amount of money. And then also, you're spreading out the cabinets. So if anything happens, right, it's possible that maybe only one of the chargers will go down rather than, all of them at once if they're all at the same location. So I thought that's pretty cool. And then again, confirming these have a maximum output of 540 amps, and that's up to like 700-ish volts. So you're getting that max 350 kilowatt output, 175 per plug when they're split. This is 100% CCS, and I know sometimes people still say, well, what about CHAdeMO? When it comes to sites that are actually funded by a specific automaker, if the only vehicles that they offer at that time use a specific plug format, I'm not opposed to them, putting in a site that only has that plug format. So no J3400, no CHAdeMO. So bring your own adapter, basically. Not that EVgo, EVgo is one of the ones that's officially stated that they don't want you using an adapter that is not sanctioned by the charging provider or the automaker. So that's on you to confirm that. Yeah, I think I noted somewhere else too, this is a Cal EVIP. And then again, this is EVgo, so auto charge works with my Bolt EV. Zero problems, completely seamless experience. So the only thing is, like I said, if you're a Tesla owner and you have the CCS upgrade, you would need an adapter, or if you're one of the newer, like Hyundai Kia, and you have the J3400 port, you're going to need an adapter to use this. But otherwise, it's open to anybody with an EVgo account. You can pay by credit card. This is California, so they have to give a number of different options. You don't need an app. You don't need an account with them. You could just pay with credit card. So that's all very good. And then, of course, there's no pull-through parking. Again, though, this is where I kind of defer to the intent of the automaker. If this is funded by Toyota, Toyota does not offer any EVs right now that really support towing, so it's not as crucial. These are designed to be like a city support site. We're just at the south end of the Arden Fair Mall, so there is a lot to do here. But this is a big mall. It's spread out. These are 350 kilowatt chargers. Most people that are going to be using chargers like this, even when split power, they're not going to want to be charging for more than 30 minutes. So this is another case where, too, I would like to see these charging providers and automakers consider maybe providing level 2 or banks of level 2, especially more towards the retail end. I mean, there's a few places to eat here, things that you could probably get in and out of pretty quick, like 30 minutes or so. But yeah, I would prefer to see that. And then, of course, just some of the basics here for the specific equipment. Going to be the same thing, right? Like just 950 volt maximum output. The amperage, it's going to be at this dispenser, it's 500 amps plus 200 amps max. Again, that's sort of 700 max amps when both plugs are in use. So, and then again, though, that's because of that sort of voltage cap also. But anyway, so I've been rambling on, and I haven't really been able to fill out in my app yet, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that out. This is the transformer. It's 1.5 megawatt, so which is just basically just perfect for 350 kilowatt chargers with you know, the split power, so 8 stalls, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then yeah, just like I said, out here at the south end of the mall, Arden Fair. So and then, of course, you're not competing with any sort of parking. Basically, this is one of the lowest priority parking spaces, so the people who are going to be taking these are probably going to be the people who need to charge up, not the people who are looking for preferred parking. So let me tally up the score. All right, now I'm going to have to fill out my own charging provider scorecard. So I'm just going to charging site owner operator. I'm going to say EVgo. Yeah, and I'm actually kind of curious your take on in terms of when we start to see these different automakers funding their own build outs under the umbrella of a larger charging provider. Do you prefer to see it broken down by the funding channel, right? So GM Energy would be different than Toyota, even though they both use EVgo. I'm not sure how we would want to track that. So in terms of access, right? So does it have ADA compliant spaces? Yes, it does. Does it have pull-through stalls? No, it doesn't. Does it have effective cable management? Yeah, I would say this is effective. Is there parking enforcement? Yes. Yeah, vacate stall when complete. Vehicle must be charging, so there's signage. Is it near the entrance to the site? Yeah, it actually is, the south end. Is it near site amenities and services? I would say no. It's a little too far away. Is it near highway, interstate, or main thoroughfare? Yes, it's actually just off the main thoroughfare. Are there point of sale options? Absolutely. It has credit card, everything else, phone, app, plug-in, charge, payment options. Yep, and then sufficient stalls. I would say so. Like, I think 8 stalls is, even in a large city like Sacramento, this is a reasonable number. Let's see. So amenities. All right, amenities, canopy covering, no. So this is one of those things that's missing. Overhead lighting, kinda. I mean, there is some. I'm gonna give it credit for it because we're at the mall. There is overhead lighting at the mall. 24-hour bathroom access. Not close enough for me to count it, no. And then trash cans. Actually. No, not immediately here. So, you know, and I'm counting the stuff that I feel like is in close enough proximity. Squeegees, no. On-site security, yes, they're kind of hovering over there anyway. Dining options, yeah, actually there are. Snack and drink options, yes, those as well. Park, picnic, pet access areas. Kind of. I'm going to give it credit. There's some grassy patches around here, some locations. And, you know, Sacramento's actually a fairly nice city when it comes to stuff like that, like parks and things like that. Don't tell anybody in Sacramento I told you that. And then novelty, local attractions, gift shops, sightseeing. I would say so. Arden Fair Mall itself is a bit of an attraction. Heck, I mean, there's Party City right over there, so I've got to say yes, right? So this Arden Fair is kind of a, if you're from the Sacramento area, you've heard of Arden Fair Mall. So concentration, are there 2 charging stalls? Yes. Are there 4 charging stalls? Yes. Are there 6 charging stalls? Yes. Are there 8 charging stalls? Yes. 10? No. 12? No. Now, is it appropriate for the size of the complex? I would say yes, but again, this is getting back to, this is a large complex and it's spread out. So I would much rather see 2 8-stall chargers bookending this complex than 16 stalls in one location. So I'm going to put yes here. Number of stalls appropriate for the route. Again, this is not immediately off of I-5. If this were I-5 in the center of California, I might say no. Northern California would still be good enough. Here in the city, I would say this is fine. Stalls appropriate for region. And again, yes, and the other reason for that is Sacramento has a lot of charging coverage. Electrify America had their Green City initiative here, so there's a lot of charging in different locations. So having 8 chargers here, I think is appropriate, even though Sacramento is like 500,000 people now. And then sites supported by other sites from same provider and region. Again, EVgo also has, I did like the 6th Street Park review with EVgo. They have other chargers in the immediate region and just in the greater Sacramento area, so I would say yes. Location, is it within 1 mile of the interstate? Yeah, I think it is within 1 mile. Is it within half a mile? No. Is it within a quarter mile? Definitely no. Is it within several miles of an interchange? Yes, actually. Like I said, I-80, I-5 interchange. Sacramento is kind of a hub when it comes to north, south, and east-west travel. So, and I would say it's within a mile of that too. We weren't too far off the I-80 when I came over here. So, and within a half mile, no, it's still a little bit far from that. It's not on a scenic highway route, but again, it's notable. And then more than 50 miles from the nearest public fast charger, no. So like this is like I said, sort of dogpiling on, and kind of why I want to get a better grip on Toyota's plans, because I want to know what cities they think they need to cover. Is it in an incorporated area with no other public fast chargers? No. Is it an incorporated area with fewer than 1 public fast charging stall per 1,000? Oh, that's going to be close, but I think that's pretty much true of any city at this point. And And again, public, I still don't consider the superchargers public yet, because you have to have a specific vehicle, and it's still limited with the number of automakers that are participating. It's getting closer, but it's not universal access yet. So I'm going to mark that as yes. And then speed, is it appropriate? I mean, if anything, it might be too fast, but 175 would be appropriate. So because that's what you're getting per stall, I would say that's right. Peak throughput, I also think that you're going to churn through EVs pretty quickly here, so I think that's yes. 50 kilowatt or greater peak charging speeds, yes. 150, yes, yes, and yes. So it's 350, but it's not. And then in terms of 500 kilowatt or greater site power, this is the overall throughput, yes. 1 megawatt, yes. 2 megawatt, no, it's not a 2 megawatt, it's not a 4 megawatt. The final score then is 34 out of 50, so which is kind of what I would expect. Overall, I mean, I think this is good. There's just a couple of things that they needed to do that would have improved that 34 out of 50 site score. Just like I said, even easy stuff like a canopy, trash cans, squeegees, something like that. I realize that it's kind of hard to maintain those at a location like this. But like I said, even just trash cans and canopy. This is good. I'm glad to see Toyota getting into the game. Let me know what you thought about this, what you thought about the site review. Let me know if there's anything else you wanted to hear about this site. What do you think about Toyota's getting involved in the charging game? And as always, thank you for watching.